Ladies and gentlemen, traders, investors, fans, and critics, welcome to my weekly watch list. I am your host, the Option Addict, over at optionaddict.net. Let's go ahead and get started. This week is going to be a short week for starters. We got this coming Friday is Independence Day. It's the 4th. It's a holiday, so we got a short week this week. Plan on that. As far as economic data and earnings announcements are concerned, we've got PMI coming out on Monday. We got a lot of employment data coming out throughout the week. As far as earnings are concerned, H&R Block, that's really the only thing that's on my radar. You guys know I've been waiting about a week and a half for this event, so we'll see how it pans out Monday before the market open. And there's a couple other things I want to address before we dive in. Number one is I'm seeing a lot of comments, a lot of chatter about all the volume going on and such stock. No matter what the stock is, it had volume on Friday. It was the end of a quarter. That means that a fund was either shoveling the stock out of their portfolio or acquiring it into their portfolio. So when you look at any stock and you see that they're trading 1.5 times average volume, it's okay. However, this is going to get in the way when you're getting into as far as looking at some of your buy signals and breakouts. So let's say if you had a nice move outside of resistance and you're wondering if that volume kind of skewed your logic, wait and see how Monday pans out. I got a couple examples that we're going to be looking at as the watch list goes on, so we'll discuss that at that point. Also, let's start here with the market analysis. Now, we saw the Dow break through some significant support levels, and the S&P is trading right in this realm. Expect it to drop. That's pretty much all I can say about that. Now, this week, there's 4 things that you need to do as a trader. 4 things I want you to focus on. Let's count them down. Number 1. That's right. Buy something in the agriculture space. If you want some of my recommendations, here's my top picks. Any one of these stocks right here has a really nice dip off of an old resistance level. I like the opportunity here. I'm a buyer. Number 2. That's right. Buy coal. Buy anything coal. I'll give you my opinion, but really it doesn't matter. Buy anything coal. Number 3. That's right. Anticipate an energy breakout. So there's going to be a lot of stocks consolidating up at resistance levels. Here are the ones that I'm watching. Any of those stocks right there, you're pretty safe taking a trade here using support as the way to manage your trade. But I think if you anticipate a breakout here, you're likely to catch a pretty solid move, and you're likely to watch that position hit triple-digit returns. Last thing you need to do? That's right. Short financials. That trend isn't over, so keep playing it. Now, what I've done is I've got a couple of stocks, financial companies that are near support levels. Remember, this is the trade we've been playing here for like the last however many months. I can't even count them at this point. But as the stock comes down to its support level, they crack. That's what they have been doing. That's what they're going to continue to do. So here are my favorite names in that space. All right, so those are the 4 things you need to do this week. While we're on the topic of looking at slides, here's a few dips, rips, breakouts, and breakdowns. And now what we're going to do is look at price patterns. Notice I got real crazy and mixed things up here today. All right, trade number 1 we're going to look at is RDC. Rowan. You look at this here, you got a nice little symmetrical triangle up near its highs. I think you can anticipate a breakout here like we've been doing with these stocks. Setting your support gently below this level, you get a close below that, you hop out of the trade. I think you can take it here, and you're right in front of about a 4 to 5 point move, which is real nice. You know what else is on my list that's going to go down is Chipotle. I know there's been a lot of drama surrounding this stock, and this is one that's banked me an awful lot of profits here over the last several months. But look at this pattern here. It's going to break down. It's the path of least resistance for stocks here. We're heading into continued tough times, and I don't think burritos are going to be anything hot here that investors are going to want to buy, especially at their prices. Again, disregard the volume. Notice here you can get into this trade, anticipate a breakdown, use this as a place to set your stop. It's the same stuff we've been talking about week in and week out. Cameron, CAM, still on my list. You can see it's trading right around support levels here. Still like the idea, still like the trade. Look at these hammers here at support. I think it goes higher, and I'd be willing to bet on it. That's why I'm going to buy some calls. Next is BBG. Now, this stock already broke out of this triangle. It retested. Now it's off and running again. However, if you want to own the next ATW that we've been talking about for the last few weeks, see this here? We talked about an anticipatory trade early on in the month. What has it done? It's gone crazy. Well, the next stock that's going to mimic that move is Barrett Bill Corporation. Own it. Next is WFR. I can't recall. I think it's been about 5 or maybe 6 consecutive watch lists that this stock has been a put idea opportunity here. Well, guess what? It still is. I like the descending triangle here. Seeing that it's trading at support, I'd wait for a break below. But looking at the width of this pattern, we're talking about a 15-point movement for a $60 stock. That's hot. Last but not least is Adobe, ticker symbol ADBE. And I guess I'm really following up on this one because I talked about anticipating the trade here. I talked about watching for a breakdown here. It rallied up a little bit on some weak volume, and now it's finally broken. So what do we do from here now? Here's the price target, 37. Got an awful long way to drop here, about a 3-point move to the downside, maybe a little bit more. So I don't think it's too late, especially if it opens up a little bit higher on Monday morning. You're in good territory here. The closer you can get this to 40, the better off you are when you're buying puts. Well, that's it, folks. This week, I go through, I look at all my watch lists here. Again, I review over 4,000 stocks on a weekly basis, just looking at charts. And I got to tell you, when I'm looking for bullish and bearish ideas, there was not a lot this week. It seems like most stocks made significant movements last week. So I'm not finding that ever so special trading signal that I look for every week. So we got a smaller list this week. It's okay. It's still going to be an excellent resource for printing money, as it is every single week. So make sure you spend a little bit of time going through here, making sure you make this trade your own. If you have any questions, feel free to post them on the discussion board. Feel free to post them in the comments. And in the meantime, this has been The Option Addict, and that's my watch list. So thanks for watching. See ya.
If you're drowning and I throw you a life jacket, would you grab it? Yes. Good. Pick up 200 shares. I won't let you down.